Hello everyone, back to you into today's video. We're doing the 5-day forecast. Today we're going to have a detailed look at weather for the next 5 days across the British Isles. Changes on the way through the end of the week. It's going to turn much milder, much more unsettled. Strong westerly winds coming in off the Atlantic and heavy rain as well heading in on Friday. So we're going to lose be bright but in places very foggy and frosty weather that we've got at the moment and replace it with a much more mobile pattern. So if we get on with the video, just want to talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos at gazwebviz.com. Please play those video ads. You'll be supporting gazwebviz.com if you do that. And remember, there's Gav's Shop. You can go to Gav's Shop, click on the Amazon.co.uk banners and go and get your Christmas shopping from Amazon. At the same time, you'll be supporting gazwebviz.com. Also want to mention the websites I'm using for this video. We've got the charts from weathercentral.de and the weatheroutlook.com. Both of those websites can be found on my links page. So the situation today is that high pressure to the north and the east is gradually declining, and we've got low pressure winding itself up in the Atlantic. Now this low pressure is going to be held off a bit longer. We've got another day and a half really of cold weather to come, but by Friday this is going to be the driving force of the weather, this deep trough of low pressure which really will take over the pattern. But for today, well, we've had a few snow flows actually across parts of the country today. They're going to tend to die out, and they're pretty insignificant anyway. Most places largely dry with a good deal of bright weather, even some sunshine. But we've also got freezing fog patches lingering in places where those freezing fog patches linger. It really will be a very, very cold day with temperatures probably only around -1, -2 degrees at best. So really cold in the fog. Otherwise up to around 1, 2, 3 degrees. It is a very cold day. We're on the periphery of some really severely cold weather across many parts of the continent. That was due to head into the country, you remember, last week, but it's really stuck over central parts of Europe, severely cold there. We're just on the periphery of that cold weather. But certainly even being on the periphery, it's cold enough, so you can just imagine what it would have been like if we'd have had those proper easterly winds as was being predicted last week. Now, overnight, a lot of the fog is going to reform and is going to turn very foggy again across many parts of the country. Freezing fog, particularly for central and eastern parts of England, perhaps up towards northeastern England as well. Less fog in the southwest and the west because we're starting to pick up just a little bit more of a breeze here with this area of low pressure developing way out in mid-Atlantic, but it's just enough to start picking up a bit of a breeze in the west, so less fog there, and maybe bringing some light rain through Ireland and the very far southwest of England. But otherwise we're looking at another very frosty night with temperatures as low as -10 in some places, 14 Fahrenheit. That's more likely up in the north in some of the Scottish Glens, generally around -4, -5, -6. It will be another very cold and frosty night. As we move through into Thursday, the low pressure again is deepening all the time, now down to 955 millibars in the Atlantic. But further to the east, the high pressure is declining away, and we're starting to pick up this southerly wind ahead of this low pressure. It's still one more cold day, really, across many parts of the country. Again, we could have some cloud and patchy light rain in the far southwest and across parts of Ireland as well through the course of Thursday. Otherwise, a lot of fog around to begin with again. Much of that will lift up a bit, I think, as the breeze starts to pick up very, very slightly from the south. It just starts to stir things up a little bit. Maybe lifting into low cloud, but there should be some sunny spells coming through as well. Again, most places will be dry, just the chance of a few snow flurries here and there, but really quite insignificant. It's going to be another really cold day. Any fog lingering, we'll see those temperatures stay below freezing all day. Otherwise, just up to 1s, 2s, 3 degrees. So yes, another really very cold day indeed. Now, as we move through in towards Friday, we're going to find this very deep area of low pressure finally taking over the pattern, pushing the weather fronts towards us. Ice bars are tightening here, becoming very tightly packed. So it's going to become very windy across many parts of the country on Thursday evening into Friday morning. it'll blow all the fog away, but we'll replace it with heavy rain, and that rain will sweep up from the south and the west through the course of the night. Eventually it'll start to turn to snow as it moves in towards North Wales and Northern England, but elsewhere it should be largely rain. Scotland and North East England probably hanging on to a dry night. Very cold again up there with widespread and severe frost, particularly early in the night. Temperatures again as low as -7, -8, but they'll be picking up in many other parts of the country as the wind picks up from the south, so eventually lifting up to around 5 or 6 degrees in the south with that heavy rain. And then as we move on into a Friday, we're going to find this very deep area of low pressure pushing across the country, so we'll all have a very wet spell through the morning, some heavy rain. Again, there'll be snow on higher ground for Northern England and Scotland, maybe coming down some lower ground in parts of Scotland for quite a time, so really quite a snowfall possible for Scotland on Friday. I'll be keeping you updated on that on my Snowwatch page. Elsewhere, the rain will clear through during the day, and then we'll pick up this strong westerly wind which will feed in sunshine and showers, and those showers could be quite heavy and blustery in the west. Now temperatures are lifting up to around 5, 6, 7 degrees. It's still quite cool and feeling cool, even cooler in that wind, but it's a warmer, it's a milder day I should say, than will be the case today, and has been the case through this week. Going through to Saturday, the low pressure then is in control of the pattern, feeding in this westerly wind. So we're looking at sunshine and showers in the west. Some of those showers are quite heavy and blustery. Not many showers getting through to the east. Central East there is probably having a largely dry and fine day with good sunny spells. We'll have that westerly wind though. Will be quite a cool wind, even though temperatures are technically around or maybe very slightly above average. So we're looking at temperatures in the north around 5 degrees, in the south possibly up to around 9 or 10 in the far south, and southwest 10 is 50 Fahrenheit, but generally we're around 6, 7, 8 degrees, about where we should be for the middle of December. And then moving through into Monday, the low pressure gets a bit close. We may bring a trough or other little feature across the country on Sunday, maybe just enhancing the showers and bringing more showers through to the east, but many of the showers are in the west, with the best of the dry and bright weather in the east. Still quite windy, tightly packed isobars there, so suggesting that the winds are still quite strong, and temperatures again very much around where they should be for the time of the year. The pattern becomes a bit more slacker as we go into Monday, with this low pressure sitting over the country. I think showers becoming restricted to coast really on Monday. Many places dry with sunny spells, but we may start to find more in the way of fog developing again by the time we get through to Monday, as the winds are falling light here under this low pressure. So yeah, we could see more in the way of fog. And temperatures maybe a little bit down as well on Monday, at around 3 degrees in the north to around 5 or 6 in the south, so edging down those temperatures very slightly. Finally, have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook. This is the chart for today. Good sunny spells across many parts of the country. Of course, we've got those fog patches. This doesn't show the fog patches, but there are freezing fog patches lingering on all day, and where that happens, temperatures will be staying below freezing all day. But otherwise, it's a cold day, even in the sunshine, of just up to 2 or 3 degrees, and another hard frost developing with more fog overnight. Very cold again in many parts of the country for Thursday. Again, below freezing with those temperatures in any lingering fog. Otherwise, just 1, 2, 3 degrees despite some sunny spells. A bit milder in the west, the far west and southwest. Maybe some cloud, very light rain coming through there. And then things do start to change overnight Thursday into Friday as we bring this wet and windy weather in off the Atlantic. Some really quite heavy rain indeed setting in. Could be snow for Scotland, maybe over the hills of Northern England as well temporarily. But the rain will eventually clear through as we go through Friday, moving up to the northeast. And then we bring in brighter weather with sunshine and showers. And those temperatures are lifting up with this change to Atlantic-driven weather. And then for Sunday, it's showers. For Saturday, rather, it's showers in the west, mainly dry and fine in the east. Quite windy though for all of us. More showers on Sunday, maybe some of those showers pushing through to the east. Fewer showers per Monday, with more in way of dry and bright weather, but maybe the chance of fog coming back by Monday as those winds begin to fall lighter. So the very cold weather is with us for the next day or so, the next few hours I should say. And then as we get through towards Thursday night, Friday, the pattern changes, it turns wet and windy, and then we're into a much more unsettled regime for the weekend and the start of next week, with sunshine and showers and temperatures around the seasonal average. That's it for now, thanks for watching.